My name's Ian Hamilton. I'm part of a movement of in-house recruiters you probably didn't know existed. We are not administrators or CV passers. We are not field agency recruiters. Quite the opposite. We know that we have the upper hand when attracting people for our business. Because we are fighting to deliver the demands of our hiring managers and find the best people, we have to do things differently. We don't have an endless supply of job boards and databases to cold call, but we know we have the upper hand. We build employer brands, we create engaging recruitment campaigns. Our teams deliver more value than an agency could ever dream of, and we care about our candidates. But here is the question: how do we cut through the deafening noise of the recruitment industry and grab the attention of our talent pools? And that is what this podcast is all about. Welcome to TAHack. Hey folks, welcome along to another edition of TAHack. Great episode for you today. We're going to use a new tool that has just come out in the market recently, but it's come out in a very, very kind of under the radar way. It's probably a tool that LinkedIn are testing, that they aren't overly pushing out to customers yet. They're really trying to figure out where their value add is. But I've got their value add right here and right now. Because what we're going to do is we're going to use LinkedIn's Pixel to help make some of our targeting ultra targeted. And we're going to use LinkedIn's Pixel to stop spending so much money on LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn might not overly like me for this one, but I am advocating the use of their tool to advertise to the right people at the right time, but also to provide as much value to you, their customer, as possible. So let's jump into this and have a look. So, LinkedIn's Pixel is installed on your website. So every time somebody comes along to your website, so if they visit one of your careers pages, if you have the Pixel installed, it'll ping LinkedIn servers and say, this person visited this page at this time and this date, okay? So what you're able to do is you're able to use LinkedIn ads. Now you can use this through, you can use LinkedIn ads through your account manager. I don't know if you can use the Pixel that well through your account manager yet. I haven't tried it yet, but you might be able to. So I would talk to your account manager about it. But if you're doing promoted posts from your company page on LinkedIn, you're going to be able to do this. So whenever you use LinkedIn ads, so typically what will happen is you'll create a nice post, nice picture, and you'll use that advert to send people to your website, thus pinging LinkedIn and saying that somebody has visited this website page, okay? You've paid for that content to go out to them. You'll pay anywhere between £1 and £15 per click. You could also send it to them via an email through advertising solutions, which costs around about 50p to £1 per send. A couple of different things that you need to consider there whenever you're doing that. I'll shoot a video on it at some stage. But what we're able to do, so use LinkedIn ad, push a advert out to somebody's news feed. They click to it, they go to your website, and then they convert as a lead on your website. Okay, so just going to your website doesn't mean they're going to convert. So give them an opt-in box to bring them into a candidate that is known by you, email address and name at very least, and then on to a thank you page. This thank you page has its own URL, okay? So whenever LinkedIn says, oh, they've been to that page, Mr. LinkedIn as well, what LinkedIn says is, okay, so you can create an audience of everybody that visited that page. So these are people that you've captured their details on LinkedIn, okay, if they are on your thank you page. So then, the next time you go out to do an advertising campaign on LinkedIn, simply use this audience that LinkedIn generates for you and remove them from your advertising. And then use your own email system to push that information out to people on LinkedIn. Thus, reducing your advertising spend and controlling your advertising channels as well. So, that's kind of the first way you could use it, okay? So think about reducing your spend through LinkedIn and advertising to an audience that are not already on your marketing system. Second way you could do it is if you don't have your own marketing system at the minute, That's fine. A lot of companies don't. Have a look at the link that'll appear above to see the system that I use. Can tell you a bit more about it if you want. Just book time in my calendar and I'll give you a look through it. But anyway, so have a think about doing it this way, right? So you have a job. You push that job out to LinkedIn in an advert. You then get people going through to your website to that advert. Now within this LinkedIn ad, you've made this ad really targeted, so you only advertise it to people with the correct job title, in the correct location, with the correct experience, so only those people are seeing this job advert. So only people that go to your job advert are suitable. Next thing to think of is, if they actually apply, they will go through to a thank you page within the apply system, okay? Now you might have an ATS that doesn't allow you to do great talent pipelining. You might have an ATS that doesn't have email functionality, or if it does, like most ATSs, it's crap and you're not able to use it, okay? So start to think about how we can use LinkedIn ads to advertise your jobs to the right people. So if somebody actually applies and goes through to the thank you page, well, then what we're able to do is we're able to say the next time round, LinkedIn, I have a job advert. I'm going to put it out to LinkedIn, but the targeting I'm going to use is only going to go to people that have visited this thank you page. And that's the most aggressive type of targeting I'm going to use. So that might be push that out through an email directly to their inbox to say, I saw you applied for one of these jobs before. This is another one of these jobs that we have just come up right now, and we're providing you the information first. Do you fancy applying for the job? So you can see there that you're pushing your advertising budget to people that are actually interested rather than to the whole audience, okay? The other thing that you could do is you could push it out to the whole audience and really start to segment. So you could say job to LinkedIn, and let's remove the thank you audience and push out a specific piece of content to this audience. They don't know you, they haven't applied to your jobs before, so let's push a really specific piece of content out to these people that's going to encourage them to apply and get in touch with you. I don't know, offer them an immediate screening call with an interviewer. Offer them a free review of their CV. Offer them a way of applying that doesn't even require a CV. Just offer them a chat with one of the hiring managers, with one of their, who would be their colleagues. All this sort of stuff that you could do to really make it seem like a really engaging process that you want to really kind of highlight what you can do whenever you're attracting people into your business. Okay, so that's a few ideas what you can do with LinkedIn's new advertising pixel. It's really cool. It kind of brings in some of the functionality that we've always been able to use on Facebook as marketers, but it's bringing them really into the recruitment world and really driving that interaction on LinkedIn, but more than anything, pushing the right content out to the right people rather than just spamming everybody in the whole network. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of TAHack. I hope it added value. If it did, hit like, hit share, comment on my update, do all this stuff that really helps me push my message out there. If you want to talk more about anything that we've done here today, how you would get started, how you would get going, just drop me a message. I'm happy to help you out, give you as much information as possible. If you use me, great. If you don't, that's fine, as long as you move your talent attraction strategy on in the best way possible. So I'll catch you at the next episode of TAHack. Cheers now.